Hello, everyone. Happy Motivational Monday. My name is Kira. I am your host, and I have a beautiful co-host with me here with me. This is our very own Aaron. He is one of our guides with Life Guides. And before I give him a proper introduction, I'm gonna announce a little bit about what we're doing, who we are. Some of you might know us. Some of you may have been on our events before. I'm actually really curious. Drop 111 in the chat if this is your very first time at one of our events, whether it's Motivational Monday or our Rooted in Wellbeing series that we're doing. And then drop 222 in the chat if you've been here before and you are a ride or die. I'm curious. I must know. And then also I'm curious too. I'm pulling up Aaron's bio, so I need a second to get that. But let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. I'm extra curious. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Oh my gosh, so many chat messages. Welcome, Allison, for your first time. Aaron, Kristen, who else? Okay, cool. And then we're all over Florida, Texas, Arizona, a lot. Welcome, Sherry Lynn. Happy to have you. DC, Connecticut, Alexandria. We got the vibes from Aaron. I love this. So we are Life Guides. We are a well-being mentorship and coaching platform that your company has paid for you to have free access to, and it includes our events, but it also includes one-on-one sessions with guides like our very own Aaron. So with that being said, we have Aaron here, who is a seasoned motivational speaker, life coach, and spiritual guide who has spent over 20 years helping others find clarity and purpose. Beginning as a social media educator, he has traveled across the US to support those seeking guidance. Specializing in numerology, astrology, meditation, shadow work, and relationship coaching, he empowers individuals on their spiritual journeys. His own awakening, sparked by profound personal challenges, tell me about it, led him to embrace self mastery, entrepreneurship, and a deeper connection with his higher self. Now, as a mentor, Aaron helps others discover their purpose, overcome obstacles, and achieve their manifestation goals. And who knows, maybe after the end of the session, he'll be the person that you start going to and seeking advice and guidance and coaching, and you'll be able to become the best version of yourself. So without further ado, Aaron, can you say hi, share a little bit of your energy with us?
What is up, everyone in the chat? Thank you for all being here. Kira, I will never get tired of that introduction. You are so wonderful. Now, she said drop 111 and 222. I want you all to drop 1111 in the chat so we can really get this portal opening because you all are about to experience some really great news and you all are awesome. So please, if you could drop 1111 to show your support for yourself and not just us. But I am so happy and thankful to be here to share my vibe, my information for every single one of you. And without further ado, I'm just ready to get started if you are.
Absolutely. I'm so ready. So Aaron's a whiz. I don't always have really cool resources to share with you during the session, but I've got really cool resources to share with you during the session because I called Aaron the other day and I'm like, can you whip something up? And he more than whipped it up. Like, I don't know what he did, but all of a sudden there were things here and there. I'm like, okay, cool. So this is going to be a really great session. All of the spring season is focused on well-being. So last month we had Aaron on for our physical well-being session. Drop 333 in the chat if you were here with Aaron talking about that. And we talked about like the energy of your body and what it looks like to get your energy moving and flowing and everything along those lines. So this month is mental well-being, and we are talking about the mental reset button that you forgot that you had. Aaron, what is that mental reset button that most of us have forgotten that we have?
Their mental reset button,
What's the topic of today's conversation?
the mental body, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And meditation, baby.
absolutely. Meditation has to be the number one thing that you do. Meditation, we do it all the time. It literally has to do with just taking a moment to pause and not be so out there. If you're not taking a moment to actually recognize what you're doing, like when you get to a stop sign, when there's on flowing traffic, you literally have to stop and you have to make sure that you're good to go. You're not just going to go out there because you're going to crash into your thoughts. So taking a moment to pause is as simple as that's what meditation is. It doesn't mean the whole sit back and relax and just not have everything go crazy. It's all about pausing, reshaping, and saying, I'm good to go. Then when you're good, you can go out there.
I love that definition. Thank you so much for that, because there are, I think, That's the simplest definition of what meditation is, because meditation can be really intimidating to people. Drop 444 in the chat if you've meditated before. Drop 555 in the chat if you haven't. And wherever you're at, it's perfectly fine. We're going to teach you the basics and the resources and how to dive in. But yeah, a lot of us know about the practice, and some of us maybe have been intimidated by it because sometimes there's this idea of being like this Buddha sitting underneath a tree meditating for 24 hours. And sometimes you just need 4 stinking seconds to chill out and reset and unwind. So, with that being said, I know we're going to talk a little bit about reality and how it works and everything along those lines. So, can we just start basic foundationally? What is reality?
Reality is, I'll give two versions of it, okay? There's the reality that we're all in, that the world has perceived us to be. We all know it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're all on that reality. We all know that we have to work. The sky is blue, the grass is green. That is reality as a collective. We all know this to be true. But there is what's called individual realities, where in Kira's reality, as you can see, she's by the poolside, there's trees, it's sunny, she looks great, everything is good. In my reality, I'm inside, I got all my things behind me, it's rainy outside. And some of you all realities, you may have, it may be a bad Monday for you, it may be a good Monday for you, it may be all over the place. So collectively, our realities are important, but the most important thing is your individual reality. So we have to learn to actually disconnect, because if everybody's on, what's that thing they call on Mondays, miserable Mondays. You know that thing when people go to
I
work,
mean, I don't know what that is. All I
you
know
know,
about is Motivational Monday, but I
yeah, like some people,
but
and
it's
that's
real.
that's a perfect prime example. Like in Kira's world, she only knows motivational Mondays. But some people who go to work, you'll hear, "Oh my God, terrible Monday," or "Yeah, maniac Monday." You see, that's a proof of reality. If we stay in someone's reality as that's a terrible Monday, then we all get stuck into that. You have to disconnect yourself and say, I want to create my own reality. So, reality, in a sense, in a nutshell, very simply, is what do you perceive in your personal life outside of the noise, outside of social media, outside of everyone else?
Yeah, and what are your defaults too? And I'm sure we'll dive into this as well. But yeah, this is actually a perfect way to lead into the next question because really the way that you perceive the world, a lot of reality is perception. So the way that you perceive the world is what you're going to see from the world. I think that the world is a wildly, ridiculously beautiful, positive, optimistic place. And I'm not even just saying that to sound good. Like that's genuinely how I am. And my family looks at me and they think I'm a lunatic a lot of the times. And they're like, "You think you're going to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And watch me. And it happens. But there's also the other side of that. If I think that something isn't going to happen, and I can tell you a vivid story from yesterday that relates perfectly to this. I pull into a parking spot in downtown. I'm going to a coffee shop to do my Spanish lesson, whatever. Pull into the parking spot and there's this weird guy in front of me. And it's been a long time since there's been weird people in my energy, but it's also a Scorpio full moon, whatever. There's this weird guy in front of me and I'm backing up and I kind of hit the curb and I'm like, "Oh, did I hit the car behind me?" And I didn't. I just kind of hit the curb with the tire, whatever. So I go and I leave him, whatever. I come back around hours later and this guy instantly, as soon as he sees me, he steps up, he goes to his car in front of me and he makes me actually he goes to the side of my car and he's making me really nervous. Now, 2 hours prior, I was like, "Did I hit that car?" Now I'm backing out. I'm not looking behind me. I'm looking at this guy who's on my side door and I end up hitting the car behind me because that was in my head for like 2 hours. And I'm like, I knew better. I knew better than to not reframe and be like, I'm so grateful that everything's good with the cars. But I instantly made it happen. And that's how some of the perception determines our reality. So, can you dive us a little bit more into how reality actually works and maybe in relation to the story that I shared?
Yeah. So reality is all mind, all mental. It's everything that you kind of perceive in your own life. Like, for instance, thoughts become things. So if in your reality, you're used to, like, I love the example that you use with your family. They think that you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, blase, blase, blase. That's a reality that a lot of us have been perceived in. You can't, you won't, it's impossible. It's like a structure that keeps everybody down. But Kira, as awesome as she is, she did the Trinity thing and she dove off the building and said, watch me. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can and want to, because she detached herself from everyone else. And that's what you literally have to do. I've been teaching everybody this for so long. Whatever you think, whatever you feel, whatever you're watching, especially watching, that can program your reality. Everybody remember, like, whenever you watch a TV programming, they always tell you this is a show about drama. This is a show about hurt. This is a show about love. This is a show about comedy. Before TVs became, we were in our own realities, but now that we have these amazing devices in front of us, they can alter your reality. For example, if you're always watching drama series, you're seeing drama, so therefore your reality is going to become drama because you see arguing, complaining, fighting, and this, and that's what you believe to be real. I was an actor, so I know, but it's not. So, but when you go into your reality, everything that you perceive, it's just naturally going to attract, oh my God, all I see is this, all I see is that, life is terrible, life is this, life is that. But if you're looking at great things, again, like Motivational Monday, you are here getting great energy from great people, great vibes. So you are seeing life is good, life is great, life is amazing. So if you're in a reality where it kind of sucks, and let's just be honest, sometimes we feel like that, you're watching and tuning into a reality that's letting you know that's not true. That's not real. You can easily reshape your reality by changing the channel. Put on some great, beautiful piece of music. That's going to switch your reality. That's why it's called blues. If you listen to blues, you're going to feel bluesy. If you're going to listen to hurt music, if you listen to love music, that's all frequency. So if you want to change your reality, change the channel by changing the music, by changing your thoughts, by changing your frequencies, and even changing the people that you're around. That is super important. When you get by yourself, again, 2 seconds of meditation saying, let me check myself before I wreck myself. Are my friends motivating or are they downgrading? If they are downgrading, remove yourself from that and find friends that are upgrading, but it all starts with you. You change yourself, the outside reality changes. Don't get it twisted. Most people think, if I change my, how can I change my outside? You can't change your outside. It all starts with your inner. When you change your inner, that's when the outside reality changes. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Drop 777 in the chat if that makes sense.
If it makes sense, yes. Because if it doesn't make sense, again, this is why, yep, see, I already know it, 777. And just so you all know,
Five,
seven
baby.
on numerology scale means introspection. Seven is
Wow.
spirituality, seven is meditation, seven is introspection. So look how in tune Kira is. Every single one of you who is dropping 777, she just put you in a timeline portal. So now we are all on the same accord.
We're just doing magic over here. You all think that it's Motivational Monday. It might be Magic Monday. You have no idea. All we know is that we're making Mondays better than they were before, which is what I'm here for. But I had a question. Do I remember the question? I don't think I do, but I think that's fine. Um,
We'll remember it. What did we just
well,
talk
oh, I remembered it. Thank you. Thank you for
about?
that. I needed that. I needed that positivity, that trust, that awareness. So, just so you know, also, there is a Q&A box on the bottom of your screen where you can drop questions in. So the last like 5-ish minutes of this webinar is a Q&A. So if you have questions like I don't even know how to meditate, or I try and I have all of these thoughts, and we're about to drop into more of the meditation, but any of the questions, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A and we will be able to answer them towards the end. Because also, like, we're having a conversation, but we're having a conversation for you. So we know a little bit about reality. We understand how it works. We understand our thoughts. We're in a little portal. I love it. So how do we start getting into the realization of why meditation is the key to reshaping your reality?
Well, first things first is you really need to actually take the time and the energy to research yourself what meditation is. Don't just take it off the back of, because think about it like this, if you just hear meditation, meditation, and you don't take the time to say, okay, let me research exactly what this is. Don't stay ignorant to the fact of that. Don't watch everyone else, because some people, if you look at reality today, most people will think I have to be a Buddha, I have to shave my head, I have to sit into this meditative pose. And that's not the ordeal. Look at the simple fundamentals. Researching on your own and learning about it will help you discover it. And I'm also here to tell you, too, just like we said, meditation literally, think about the word med. There's meditation, there's medication, there's medical. Med literally is health. So when you think about meditation, it's literally saying, I am going to take time to make sure that my health is good and honest. So, step one, research on your own what meditation is. And step two, in YouTube, I would say this, the best place to actually start your meditations are on YouTube. Like you said, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 3 minutes, it could be as simple as 1 minute. But when you start to get into that energy of, I want to learn about, just came to me, if you want to get better into meditation, your words shape your reality. If you say, I'm great at meditation, I call upon meditation, I know that I want to learn more about meditation, what's going to now start to happen? You're going to see videos out of nowhere about meditation. You're going to see people talking about meditation. Someone may come up to you randomly and just be like, hey, would you like to meditate with me? So, step one, research. Step two, actually go through. We have an informational library of YouTube. There's so many ways that you could take 5 minutes and say, hey, stop and breathe with me. It's like a muscle. The more that you do it, if you were to do it like maybe 5 minutes a day, and nobody can say they don't have 5 minutes. You can go to the bathroom and meditate. Seriously. You can like wait in line and meditate. If you do it little by little, it will get so much more easier and easier. And the easier that it becomes, the more you'll start to open and expand that whole reality of it.
So I am in a 6-month intensive Spanish learning course. And there's a lot of work that we do. It's probably like 15, 20 hours a week. It's crazy. And the best. And I love it. And with that, there are dialogues that we have to do once a week where we listen to it and we have to translate it in our minds and understand what's being said. And I was looking through my lessons and I haven't finished most of my dialogues. Like I've listened to them, but I've never listened to them to the point where it gets in my head and I'm like, I'll do that later. I'll finish it and then I never do because 15 to 20 hours a week is a lot. So yesterday I was doing my dialogue and I was looking at all the ones I hadn't done and I was like, dang, I am not liking my dialogues. And I was like, that's not a way to think about it. So I literally sat there and I had a moment and I was like, thank you for these dialogues. Thank you for the lessons in learning Spanish. Thank you for the ways that I get to understand a new language. Thank you for the ways that it gets easier and more exciting and more beautiful and the journey gets more fulfilling. So I'm having this whole conversation with myself. I listened to the dialogue the first time, and you're supposed to listen to the dialogue one time without reading it, and then you're supposed to listen to it repeatedly, reading it until you understand it. I listened to it one time and I understood every single thing that was being said. And I am not even kidding you. I was almost in tears by the end of it. And I texted my friend. I was like, I understood everything. And it was just wild. But it really, the way that you think about things, your mindset, the way that you can shift things. And here's the thing, too, is it's not always about not having the negative thoughts. A lot of it is about what you do with them, right?
Yes. You have to, my bad, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. By all
No,
means.
yeah, no, I
You
was
can
gonna
drop
say,
in.
don't look at negative as a how they trained you to look at it. Negative and positive on a scientific scale, a battery has a positive side and a negative side. The battery doesn't say this side is good and this side is bad. Positive just means outward, which is also masculine energy, and the feminine energy, the negative side, just means receive. So you're always going to have these quote unquote negative sides or thoughts of you. Don't push those away and don't always try to be on a vibrational frequency of positive, because if you're always positive and you know crap around you is not great, you're only going to make it worse. Take those negativities, because the negative vibes, and this weekend for me wasn't that great, I'll be 100% honest. But instead of me pushing it away and saying, you know what, no positivity, no positivity, positivity, that's like ignoring the fact that I have a pain here and I'm not going to go to the doctor. No,
Mm.
I decided to say, if I'm spiraling into these negative thoughts, let me sit in the whirlwind. And when I did, I literally felt so much better because I identified what it was. And once I identified it, I made peace with it. And then the new foundation came in. A trick of the trade, I'm going to tell you all. Your words reshape it. Just like how Kira said, I can, I can, I can, I can, I can. It literally happens. Your brain is a computer. When you say you can't, when you say I can't do this, it's like a switch that turns on, and your brain is like, okay, you can't. Blockage, 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 blockage. But when you say the magic words, again, I'm not going to get religious on everybody, but what do they always say? God spoke this, religious this, speak with your mouth, confess with your mouth. You are what you think, you are what you say. If you want something to happen in your life, all you have to do is say the words, I can, fill in the blank. I will, I'm good at, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm wise. And then next you know, the brain is like, okay, 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 okay. This is the genie in the bottle. Make a wish, speak it, and the rest follows.
So good. I wish I could show you because last week we did a session with Candace and we were talking about journaling. And in my journaling, every day I write affirmations. I am beautiful. I am fluent in Spanish. I am financially responsible, whatever. It's real. So before we get into Q&A, I want you to teach us a little bit about how to start meditating and yeah, whatever you have to say on that, what it looks like, if you can distill it down and make it really simple and easy so that everyone here, regardless of if they've meditated a million times or if they've never done it before, if it intimidates them or if it excites them, I want it to be like easily absorbable so that people can take a step today to get them in the right direction that they envision for their lives.
I'll do you one even better. Instead of telling you, I'll show you, and it'll only take 1 minute. Can I do that? Okay,
Please.
excellent. So 1 minute, I'm going to prove to you all how you can meditate in 1 minute. Very simply, everybody can close your eyes if you can. If you can't, do not close your eyes. Keep them open. But if you close your eyes, I want you to close your eyes. And the first step is breathing. You're going to breathe in through your nose and release out through your mouth. Very slowly. Once again, breathe in through your nose and release out of your mouth. Step one is breathing. The reason I'm having you close your eyes and keep breathing, just listen to my words. The reason I'm having you close your eyes is because I'm cutting off this reality where I cannot be distracted. I'm inside of my mind right now. And when you breathe, that's like starting the car, okay? Breathing in calms the body, calms the mind, brings the frequency down. And just focus on your breathing. As each one of you are breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, I want you to say these words internally with yourself. I am amazing. I am wise. I am great. I am magnificent. I am powerful. I am a genius. I am a quadruple trillionaire, a millionaire, a billionaire, a triple air, whatever it is. Take a moment to see it, feel it, keep breathing, say it over and over in your head. Don't just say it, see it. See yourself being successful, see yourself being beautiful, see yourself doing this, see yourself doing that. And on the count of five, you're going to open up your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, to prove that it worked, I want everybody to write in the chat, how do you, if you feel better, write 111. If you feel better than you felt before, write 111, because I know it takes time to write. What you just did was a simple meditation that quickly in 1 freaking minute. You close your eyes, you say how great you are feeling, and boom, that is what meditation is. Speak to yourself as much as you need to, and the rest will follow.
So good. I feel so good. And I was already on one before we started the session, but today just keeps getting better and better, and it's only 1:55 in the morning or 11:55 in the morning. Imagine if it was 1:55 in the morning. Thank you all so much for doing that meditation and being present for it. We are coming to a close, and we have a few more minutes, but if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat or you can drop them in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. You'll find a Q&A button. So whatever you would like, you have us here for another couple of moments and we're here to support you. But it really is that easy. And I think I've taught meditation a lot. I've done a lot of meditation. One of the things that I hear the most that is the biggest struggle for people is that their minds keep running when they're meditating. And that's fine. I think to be completely absent of thoughts is really challenging. It takes years to get there. And I think that there's something beautiful about just having an awareness of how your mind default operates. So a lot of us don't like sometimes that narrative, and we do all these other things, and we do and we do and we do. But if we can just be and understand the voice that's running our lives, then we get to start to be able to be like, okay, I want to change that, or I would like to change that, or I don't fully love that. But you don't have to be void of thoughts, and you can have that monkey brain, and just showing up and sitting down and shutting your eyes and breathing for 45 seconds is more than enough, and it doesn't have to be more than that at all.
Yeah, most definitely. And always remember, don't try to control your thoughts. Try to understand them. You can't control your thoughts, but if you learn why am I thinking these things, now you make peace with it. Do we have any questions?
No, no questions. So I'm dropping Aaron's Life Guides profile in the chat. He is a guide. You can book a session with him. He can help you breathe. He can help you meditate. He can help you do social media things. He can help you manage your stress and anxiety, live your purpose, blah, 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 blah. There's so many things. I could never say them all. But he's a great person. So if you've enjoyed this session and you're like, wow, I could so benefit from having someone help me stay accountable on this journey, you have that. Oh, perfect. Dawn, this is a great question. Should you acknowledge the noise that wanders in while meditating?
Yes, because the noise is not noise, it's your thought, it's your brain talking to you. So please acknowledge it. Once again, when you close your eyes and all you keep hearing is, I hate life, I hate life, I hate life, I'm terrible, da 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 da, it's there. So acknowledge that. But once you recognize it, now you can say, flip it. I acknowledge that there's a voice in my head of how I really feel. I'm going to acknowledge you, but now I'm going to make peace. That's the negative part of the battery. Now, the positive is if you say, oh, my life is terrible, oh, my life is amazing. Whatever is the bad part of it, you change it by saying the positive part about it. So, yes, absolutely acknowledge it. Do not ignore it, but don't stay in that. Choose something that's going to give love to it. I don't like it. I do like it. I'm ugly. I'm beautiful. I don't like this. I do like this. Just change it into a positive.
Yeah. And one thing I'll say with that is don't the pieces of ourselves that we shun are the places that we have our deepest wounds and are usually the places that we hurt ourselves and we hurt others. So we don't necessarily need to shun these parts of ourselves. Like we are who we are, we're doing the best that we've got. But if we can just start to acknowledge the changes and actually be like, okay, this is me right now. If you get really clear with where you're at right now, then that gives you a roadmap for where you're going. But if you don't know where you are, if you don't have a compass, if you don't have any direction, if you don't have any reality, then you're going to have a really, really hard time getting to where you want to go. So that is the end of our Motivational Monday. I didn't show you guys my earrings, but I have new earrings today. So these are from France. I ordered them on Etsy. They're hummingbirds and moons and suns and the whole thing. And then my shirt says, I ain't running with no herd because you can't tame me down. And I'm not here to be what everyone wants me to be. I'm here what I'm supposed to be. So thank you all for being here. Aaron, do you have any final words before I end our session?
The only final words I have is go be amazing because you already are. Even though I'm telling you this, tell yourself you are amazing, you are wise, you are great. Don't let anyone else tell you what you are. You are the masters of your own universe. So I'm sending good vibes and good energy. Every single one of you are great. You're amazing. You're true. Go be great for the rest of your life.
Ooh, and happy Motivational Monday with that. We will see you on Wednesday for our Rooted in Well-Being series. It is our deeper and larger conversation that we're having about mental well-being. I'm going to get the session link pulled up here, but it's Aaron and I again with another guide who you're going to love and enjoy. So I'm going to get that link pulled up now so I can get that sent over to you. Join us. It's an hour-long session. It's at 1 p.m. on Wednesday Eastern Time. We would love to have you. It will be recorded and it will be sent in your email. So no stress if you can't make it, but register so that you get all the things about it. Okay, everyone, have a beautiful Monday and a great rest of your week. We will definitely see you on Monday or on Wednesday, right? Okay, cool. See you then. Bye, everyone.